Peppers that they got from the Browns. Adoree Jackson, they added him through free agency. And with Logan Ryan, with Xavier McKinney, the way he came on, these guys are unbelievably interchangeable. They started a couple games last year with 3 safeties and 1 corner, and then Darnay Holmes in the slot. So I think this defense is the heart and soul, and this secondary is the heart and soul right now of this entire team. But my expectations, Kay, are for this offense. Okay. And I can't tell you how many times I slammed my computer shut watching film of this offense last year because I could not believe the dysfunction and the amount of times that they had what we call brain farts. Like, what are you doing? Just offensive linemen not blocking the right guy. Tight ends not fanning out to, I mean, they still haven't blocked Hassan Reddick and Marcus Golden in that Arizona game. So that was frustrating. And then to see them not convert in the red zone and not be able to finish drives, that was frustrating. So I think Kenny Golladay, when you look at what he has done in the red zone throughout his career, he's been phenomenal. Inside the 10, Kenny Golladay, we talk about his catch radius, but it's inside the red zone that he really makes an impact. Okay. And then down at the bottom there, Kyle Rudolph, he hasn't practiced yet. He's overcoming a foot injury. I call him Rudolph the Red Zone Reindeer.
Nailed it, Sean.
48 career touchdowns. You know how many of them were in the red zone, Kyle?
I'll say 25.
43.
What?
43 of the 40 touchdowns were in the red zone. So I fully expect this offense to be more explosive. I didn't even talk about Kadarius Toney.
Well, you've been there. I think the fans want to know about Toney. You've been on the grounds. You've been there in the building. Like, Toney's in and out of the lineup. He was on the COVID list, and he was now tweaked something. Like, what are we getting from Kadarius Toney in year 1?
Toney, I can't wait to see him make plays and do what they drafted him to do. To your point, I've seen him on the sideline more than I've seen him on the field. And we were at this fan fest, and he's on the sideline. But he's got this great personality. He's throwing footballs up into the fans. The fans are loving him. He's the young Joker, as you know. It sounds a lot like the start to OBJ's career. When he got drafted, he tweaked his hamstring. He didn't play all of training camp, kind of started out a little bit slow, and then things crescendoed from there. So I think they're hoping that from Toney. But, man, they are so jazzed and excited about his ability and his skill and what he brings in the offense.
Yeah, I'll be quicker on that. I think the Giants are built to win now. Like, this is the year for the Giants, and expectations are we're not only going to win the NFC East, we're going to contend in the NFC. I think that's legitimate. Talking to people around the organization, that's the expectation. You heard John Mara. Every year is what they want, and 4 years out the play, that's not Giants football. The Jets, that's not the story. I talked to folks in the Jets organization, and they're like, this is a rebuilding year, and in a good way. They are so young. Like, they are so young. This is going to be the growing pains here. Remember, Jimmy Johnson and the Cowboys went 1-15 their first year, and then they were playing for the playoffs a couple years after that. I look at the Jets' offense, and to legitimately look at this offense and think they're going to have some big numbers, it's asking a lot. Look at the ages on these young men. Their starting quarterback is 22 and has never taken an NFL snap yet. Elijah Moore hasn't even been in a preseason game yet. He's expected to be one of their top 2 wide receivers. The offensive line, Vera Tucker and Becton are both still 22. And then, of course, Carter's going to probably end up being not the running back 1, the running back 2 on this team, and then Mims, and then Davis as the senior veteran guy with Crowder. Is like
Davis
26.
watches Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, Davis, you know, exactly. Davis was, he was watching the moon landing. He's that old. You know? It's a very young team. So Giants, win now, expectations. But look at those Jets numbers last year. Jets really positive, really optimistic. I don't think anyone thinks the Jets are contending for a playoff spot in year number 1. And if they do, that's great. But let's just be patient. First-year head coach, first-year offensive coordinator, first-year quarterback, and a lot of youth.
I love this realistic expectation you're putting out there. I don't know if it was when you were on vacation or whatever, but there was a lot of hype around the Jets, and it's like, calm down. What does he have around him? Let them build, let them gel.
What they have going for them is an interesting way of putting it, because you can define that phrase
the Jets might have more going for them.
Well, I phrase it like this. Your friend calls you up. You got a ticket, guy. His friend's got tickets to everything. He says, I got tickets to the Giants home opener and the Jets home opener. What do you want to go check out? I'm going to the Jets home opener. There's more intrigue. There's more splash right now. What we have here, think about it also as a poker hand. You're holding Joe Judge and Daniel Jones. The cards might be all right, but like it's not the greatest cards. Would you rather have that, or only have like the total mystery and intrigue of a fresh hand? Ante up. Give me the Salah card and the Wilson card. I'm fascinated to see how that plays out, because I've already seen some of the other, and maybe it'll be okay. That's a hell of a card right there. And the way they talk. Look, C.J. Mosley, who has not played in 2 years, came out after the preseason game and said if anybody's sleeping on the Jets, they're going to get their bleeps kicked, which is an amazing quote. There he is right there. I think that is a bit of a Salah effect, and I don't know. There's a sort of a sexy sizzle before the team has even started that I like, and I'll take the mystery cards and the Jets opener before the Giants.
I know why you're taking them. The flight crew.
The flight crew, I believe, are the entertainers on with the.
You and I have met them. We've worked with them closely. What
Wonderful
weird...
women, professionals. Exactly right.
I'm on to you, Con.
What's going on? Hey, how does the division? We did this in like a vacuum. Doesn't the division change who's got what's going for them? Like the Jets.
And the Bills?
Yeah. All that doesn't. Did you factor that in? You don't care? I'm saying like it's probably easier for the Giants to get far.
Oh, yeah.
In their division. I don't know. Part of the low expectation for the Jets is certainly tied to the fact that it's the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Patriots in their division.
Depends on that Cam Newton, Mac Jones thing. Yeah.